Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer my unlimited Dhanavad pranams to Nityalila Prashna Vishnu Radhastami Harikatha Bhaktivinoda Vama Goswami Maharaj, his lotus feet, unlimited times. And then after Nityalila Prashna Vishnu Padastatra Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Srila Narayan Maharaj, his lotus feet, unlimited Dhanavad pranams. Then there were Nityalila Prashna Mishtapa Astatara Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, and present all the Vaishnavis who are present for my respectful Dhanavad pranams. Today is a very auspicious day. You know that today is that special day. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the creator of unlimited Brahmandas, Brajendranandan Shamsundar. His internal Aladani Shakti Srimati Radhika, her birthday is today. In the month of Bhadra, Shukla Paksha Ashtami Tithi, and in the Anuradha Nakshatra, every auspicious constellations, Srila Vrishabhanu Maharaj is attained this great wealth. And today, that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, Haladini Shakti, Srimati Radhika, birthday celebrations we are undertaking. Having attained all good fortune, Vrishabhanu Maharaj became very pleased. Very beautiful. The gopis, the person who gave so much pleasure to the gopis, Srimati Radhika, and Kirtika Devi, the most fortunate Kirtika Didi. I offer my obeisances to. In Rairamnanda Samvad, this Kirti has been described. In this way, in this material world, the most wonderful thing, Kirti, by the name of Kirtida, she is most fortunate. By which Vrishabhanu Maharaj was overwhelmed with so much happiness that he started to give charity to everyone. This is known as Buridar. If we go deeper in this subject, who was this Vrishabhanu Maharaj? Kirtida Sundari, who held Srimati Radhika in her womb. Who was she? To know this, more about this, and with enthusiasm, eagerness. In this pastime, our acharyas have recited one very beautiful pastime. In the Bhavishya Puran, Brahma Vivirta Purana, Brahmanda Puran, Radha Hriday, Brahmanda Puran. In many Puranas, Srimati Radhika's appearance has been described. And the Bhavishya Puran, in the conversation between Narad and Krishna, this appearance day has been spoken of. Once Sanak and the other rishis, and in the presence of Sutta Goswami, asked a question. Sutta Goswami, becoming very pleased, he said, "O rishis, this is a very secret thing, because Radha Tattva is very secret Tattva. Those who do not take brahmachari and who are engaged in idle gossip and talk and are not controlled in their senses in terms of eating and engage in abominable activities, this katha is not suitable for them. It is not suitable to speak this in front of such persons. So Sutta Goswami said in front of the Shaunaka Rishi, for this reason, very carefully, with consideration, I am speaking. You should take this Harikatha in your heart. Sutta Goswami Pad said, this very secret knowledge, Shri Krishna spoke to Narad Rishi. Once, Narad Rishi asked Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what austerities did Vrishabhanu Maharaj perform in previous lives that this Supreme Goddess, Srimati Radhika, appeared to him? Particularly of all the Sakhis, the most wealthy, most supreme, the Lakshmi of all Lakshmi Devis. Please speak of this pastime to us. Sri Krishna spoke, hearing this. Even Brahma, it is very rare for him. Even just liberated souls can hold this pastime in their heart. This Harikatha, I am speaking to you. Do not speak this to the non-devotees. This is very rare even for Brahma. I am sharing this to you, sharing this with you, because in Shastra, Brahma said 700,000 years, 60,000 years, sorry. I performed austerities, but I could not understand even that which is so rare for Lord Brahma. The Lord who explained to Narad Rishi, Vyasadeva described this conversation between Krishna and Narad Rishi. In this way, Shri Krishna, at the beginning, said, "Oh Narad Rishi, listen. Once, the demigod of the sun, Suryadev, wandering from one place to another, arrived at the ashram of Kashyap Rishi. Seeing the opulence of Kashyap Rishi's ashram, in his mind he had this desire to attain the same opulence as Kashyap Rishi and decided to perform austerities that I may attain that same status that Kashyap Rishi had achieved. Suryadev, I went on near Mandak Parvat, the mountain, and performed severe austerities for thousands of years, renouncing all kinds of sense enjoyment. He started to perform austerities, controlling his life airs, like he's doing a headstand with his feet in the air. In this way, he performed severe austerities. Seeing this great austerity, Indra became afraid. He started to pray. He said, well, he said to Brahma, Indra said to Brahma, this Suryadev is trying to get my post of Indra. Krishna said, O Indra, you do not have to be afraid from Suryadev. He cannot do any harm to you. In this way, I pacified Indradev. Thereafter, Krishna, riding on the back of Garuda, he arrived where Suryadev was performing his austerities. There, I gave him my darshan. Seeing my beautiful divine form, Suryadev became very pleased and said, I am very fortunate. My life is now successful. I had the darshan, which is rare even for Brahma and other demigods. You are the cause of all creation. You are the nourisher of the creation. You are the giver of bhakti. One Bhanu, another name for Suryadev is Bhanu. Suryadev, in this way, started to glorify and recite prayers. I became pleased, Krishna said. I said, O Bhaskar, O learned person, O Suryadev, O Bhanu, I am pleased with your austerities. You have attained all perfection. May you have great fortune. Please ask for what you desire. When I said this to Suryadev, started to say, Oh my Lord, if you are pleased with me, I am praying to you because you are the all-powerful, almighty, oh my Lord. Please benedict me with one child, which that daughter that you benedict me with,
आपकी भी
by which
वशीभूत करके रखें,
even you will be
अर्थात ऐसे में अपने
captivated by
समस्त प्रकार गुणों के
that
द्वारा
daughter
वशीभूत होकर के
having
हमको
all
भी
good qualities,
वशीभूत कर,
that she will be able to even
इस प्रकार
captivate you.
जब बार बार प्रार्थना करने
In
लगे,
this way,
तब
Suryadev
मैंने
prayed
उनको
again for this.
यही बोल दिया,
Then I benedicted Suryadev and said, "So may it be."
सुत गोस्वामी पास सोनकादि ऋषि के निकट गंगे कहले,
Sutta
कहने लगे,
Goswami said in
हे
front of
सूर्यदेव,
Shaunakadi rishis, Suryadev,
मैं सर्व अंतर्यामी हूँ,
I am
लीला पुरुषोत्तम
all knowing.
मैं हूँ,
I am Lila Purushottam.
हमारे अनंत भक्तप्राण ये सिद्ध गंभीर वाक्य के द्वारा
By your
होकर के
very sweet,
मैं तुमके
sincere, simple
मेरा
sincerity,
सर्वशक्ति स्वरूपिणी
I benedict you with Aladini Sarupini Shakti.
और थैंक्स श्रीमती राधिका
Srimati
के
Radhika
रूप में
may appear as your daughter,
सूर्यदेव
O Suryadev.
प्राण से भी अधिक प्रियतमा
She is more dear to me than my life. Srimati Radhika will appear to you as your daughter.
सदा सर्वदा
I
श्री राधा जी प्रेम में बसवट होकर के
will be captivated by her love,
मैं रहूं,
and I will stay like that. And I say with great honesty
और किसी
that
का नहीं,
in my heart
राधा ही
only Srimati Radhika
मेरा आनंद की प्रदान करने वाली,
and she will be the giver of great bliss to me, great happiness and joy to me. O Suryadev, there is no difference between me and Srimati Radhika.
राधा पूर्ण शक्ति, राधा कृष्ण पूर्ण शक्तिमान, दुई वस्तु भेद नहीं, प्रमाण
In Chaitanya Charitamrita it has been described.
राधा पूर्ण शक्ति और कृष्ण पूर्ण शक्तिमान, भेद नहीं,
Brahman.
शक्ति शक्ति मतो
There's no difference between the energy and the possessor of that energy. In this way, I benedicted Suryadev. Like this, Sutta Goswami, in front of the rishis, to relieve the burden of the earth, the Lord said, I will appear. At that time, I will perform many types of pastimes and give pleasure to the devotees. I will manifest Vrindavan Dham, that which is very rare. And that Vrindavan Dham, I will, like an ordinary person, appear in the home of Nanda and Yashoda and perform many types of human-like pastimes. O Suryadev, in Gokul, Vrindavan, I will appear It's known as it's Gokul. Go means cow,
यहाँ पर गोप गोपी
where the
ब्राह्मण
gopis, the brahmanas,
आदि की समुदाय स्थान है,
where they
इसे
stay,
कहा जाता है वह गोकुल।
that is known as
वह गोकुल में
Gokul.
मैं भी अपने
I will pay
बाल लीला
there and perform my childhood pastimes.
और ठीक उसी समय आविर्भंग
And
जात
at
भक्त
that time,
भावनिकन की प्रतिपद स्थान स्थान में आप तत्कुल में मानव रूप में जरूर होगी।
you will appear as an ordinary
और आविर्भंग
human being.
नाम
You will be known at Rishabhanu Maharaj.
अर्थात भगवान कहने लगे
He said to
ये
Suryadev,
आप
you
ही इस स्थान पर प्रधान
you will be known at Rishabhanu.
महाऐश्वर्य के द्वारा आप सम्मानित होंगे
You will
और
be full of great opulence.
धन राधा जी आपके कन्या रूप में
Srimati Radhika herself will appear as your daughter,
जिनकी चरण सेवा
by
बड़े
whose
बड़े भक्त
service
प्राप्ति करने के लिए
many devotees perform great austerities.
और जिनकी चरण अथवा जिनकी चरण द्वारा
By having
भव
or
समुद्र
desiring to have
भवरूप
the darshan of her lotus feet,
पति सहज में पार हो जाए।
and by which great oceans can be crossed over.
श्रीमती राधिका बसवती ऊपर परम रूप मुझे आप प्राप्त करोगे।
You will attain me. In this way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, he gave his blessings to Suryadev. In this way, the Lord began to say, by attaining that smiling face, everyone becomes filled with great fortune. Just like the chatak bird attains one drop of that rainwater that they have been so eagerly awaiting. In the same way, pacifying Suryadev, he left that place. In this way, Krishna himself, he was explaining to Narad Rishi, and this pastime, Sutta Goswami explained to Shaunakadi Rishi. Sri Krishna and also said, "Oh Narad, my father Nanda Maharaj and my mother Yashoda, by the arrangement of Yogamaya, I manifested my appearance." And in this way, Suryadev with his wife Vrishabhanu Maharaj and Kirtika Devi,
देवी की जन्म रहस्य
Here,
भी
the appearance of Kirtika Devi has been described by our acharyas.
पिता
This Kirtida Sundari
कीर्तिदास सुंदरी की पॉइंट पर प्रकट हुई।
Kirtida Sundari appeared there.
महान सर्वधर्म परायण विश्वान एवं
Full of religious principles, Vrishabhanu Maharaj,
यह दोनों मुझे
and
बहुत कठोर
Kirtida also performed great austerities by the satisfaction of which
राधा जी
Srimati Radhika appeared to them. According to different kalpas,
राधा जी
different Srimati Radhikas appeared in different ways.
कल्पों में
In some kalpas, Srimati Radhika, she appeared in Barsana.
प्रकट हुई। इसी कल्पों में
In some kalpas, Srimati Radhika appeared in the womb of Kirtida Devi as an ordinary child.
इसी कल्पों में
In some kalpas, Srimati Radhika
और
in the pond of Vrishabhanu Maharaj as on a lotus, Srimati Radhika appeared. Very beautiful child. Vrishabhanu Maharaj took and gave to Kirtida Sundari. In some kalpas, Srimati Radhika appeared from the fire.
कल्पों में
In some kalpas, Srimati Radhika has appeared from an egg.
और किसी कल्पों में
And in some kalpas, Srimati Radhika
राविल में
appeared in Raval
और पुनः
by the banks of the Jamuna
शतकमल के द्वारा
and on the seven-petaled lotus. Srimati Radhika appeared, and again in different kalpas, she appeared in different ways. In the month of Bhadran, Shukla Paksha, Ashtami, in the midday, Anuradha Nakatra, constellation of Anuradha, with all great qualities. She appeared in this way, very effulgent, very wonderful, amazing qualities and characteristics, appearance, her appearance. Our acharyas have explained, seeing this appearance, this birth, she fulfilled the qualities of her name, Kirtida. Kirti means all opulences, all good qualities, all good fortune, one who possesses all of these qualities. Siddha Goswami Pad said to Sonakadi Rishis, don't speak this Harikatha to those who are duplicitous and false and sense enjoyers. In other words, Srimati Radhika's appearance, birth, is a very secret thing. If we constantly recite these pastimes at the time of death, we will attain Braj Dham or Nitya Dham, Golok Vrindavan, by those people who are trying to attain this mercy, like Brahma. Brahma appeared in the form of a mountain, Brahma Parvat. Even Vishnu appeared as Vishnu Parvat to attain the mercy of Krishna. Mahadev, Shivji, in Nandagaon, he appeared as Nandeshwar Parvat. In the same way, Srimati Radhika is very rare to attain her love. Brahmaji performed many austere pastimes. This very rare Harikatha, we should be careful who we recite these to. Only those who are simple-hearted, pure, and pure can we recite these pastimes to them. According to different kalpas, this kalpa's pastime, the acharyas have spoken how Srimati Radhika appeared in Raval. This katha is such that when Krishna was staying with Nanda Maharaj in Nandagaon, Vrishabhanu Maharaj was staying in Varshana. When Nanda Maharaj left Nandagaon and came to Nanda Gokul, at that time Vrishabhanu Maharaj, he left Raval. He came to Raval. What's the meaning of Raval? In essence, it's a title given to those people who are landowners or wealthy. That title is called Raval. But according to the parampara and generations, over time that place became known as Raval, the place of those who are very wealthy landowners. According to generations, this village became known as Raval, near Nanda Gokul. So Vrishabhanu Maharaj stayed there. And our acharyas have described this pastime. Narad Rishi traveling from one place to another, how they celebrated Krishna's appearance day in great joy and celebration. Seeing this, Narad Rishi was very pleased and thought to himself, that Supreme Personality of Godhead, he manifests these appearance pastimes. Then suddenly his internal potency, Srimati Radhika, must surely be somewhere. Thinking like this, Narad Rishi went from place to place. Where there is Krishna, there is Radha. Where there is Radha, there is suddenly to be Krishna. Tatra Krishna, Tatra Radha. Radha and Krishna are one, but according to perform pastimes, they appeared as two.
अलग वस्तु नहीं है।
And they're not different.
इसलिए नारद जी विचार करने लगे, तब तक
Narada
विचार
Rishi
करने लगे
began to
कि जिस
think,
प्रकार अग्नि
just like
आग
fire
आग की
cannot be separated from
दाहिनी
heat,
शक्ति
or the potency
वो बराबर एक
of
ही शक्ति
igniting,
है। इस प्रकार कस्तूरी
just like
और उसकी
kasturi,
सुगंध
musk, and its fragrance cannot be
अलग नहीं
separated.
हो सकता। ठीक उसी प्रकार
In the
कृष्ण
same way,
और राधा
Krishna,
एक ही
Radha and Krishna are one. They cannot be separated.
इसमें पुराण में भी लिखा
It's written in Puranas.
है, कहता है एको अहम
Eko ham.
मैं
I am one.
एक ही
I am one.
बहुस्वामी
Bhuswami.
ये जब मेरा मन में मैं अनेक रूपों में
When I desire, I can manifest into many different forms. My desire potency,
और साथ साथ लीला के अनुसार
by my pastimes, are presented by my desire.
इच्छा शक्ति desire potency। और उस समय
At that time, Yogamaya,
और भगवान प्रस्तुत कर दिया वृंदावन ऐसे दिव्य
and in this way, a very beautiful Vrindavan was manifested, and Yamuna began to flow, making beautiful sound of flowing water.
यमुना के दोनों उपकूल में
In the banks of Jamuna, bank,
सुंदर सुंदर वृक्ष
very beautiful trees manifested,
अनेक प्रकार उपवन
and many different types of forests and kunjas, groves manifested, where peacocks and peahens and cuckoo birds and many types of birds began to chirp and play. And it's at the same time 6 seasons manifest. And such a beautiful fragrance that captivated the minds of all. In Krishna's heart, the stimulation came to perform pastimes. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, in the banks of Jamuna by Bansibat, by himself, and seeing in his right side, began to shake, and at that point Baladev appeared, and in some other kalpas Sadashiv appeared, and after a short time his left hand started to shake, and at that time from his left side one very beautiful Sundari girl appeared. By the effulgence of her toenails, from her toenails to her head, her hair is such a beautiful sight. It's not possible to describe. That young girl whose eyes were like the eyes of a deer, long and thin, and it gave her sidelong glance to Krishna, and then started to run Atmaram Abdakam, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has no desires to fulfill and is satisfied in himself, started to run after that young girl. That girl, in the prime of her youth, this way, so absorbed in that girl, Krishna didn't look or hesitate to chase after her. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, smelling the fragrance emanating from her body, being intoxicated like a bumblebee, wanting to taste the sweet nectar of the pollen of the flower. Krishna began to run after her. Sometimes she ran towards the skyline and mountains and rivers crossing, and came to a very beautiful place, transcendental. The Supreme Lord, like no ordinary lusty person, ran after her. He tried to catch her with great effort, but she was not to be caught. Krishna, with great eagerness, through seeing his eagerness, that young girl came by the side of Krishna. Krishna then caught hold of her and brought her back to that same place on the banks of the Yamuna in Vrindavan. For this reason, this young girl was called Radha, full of anurag, deep attachment. Krishna, with deep attachment, that person who ran after this person, Radha, Ra means anuragena, Dha means running after. Krishna running after this girl with so much eagerness that for this reason she was known as Radha. This Radha is her original name. Purnak. She was able to satisfy all of the desires of Krishna. Bakhane. In Srimati Radhika's name in the Puranas has been written as Radha, meaning Krishna who has such eagerness to meet with this girl. He runs after her. Radhika Para Devata, Lakshmi Samanti, Sanmohini Para. In Gautam Tantra, this speciality of Srimati Radhika has been written. These 5 names, Vasundari, Devi Krishna Mai Prokta, by this syllable of performing pastimes, divine pastimes, that is known by Devi, or in other words, by whose limbs, which are so attractive, by seeing which even Krishna himself becomes mad. Krishna himself says, seeing my form, everybody becomes bewildered. Even Cupid, seeing my form, becomes unconscious. Krishna's name is, he's known as Madan Mohan. He is known as Madan Mohan. Madan means overcoming Cupid. He calls the gopis by playing his flute, and the gopis came on the way. And hearing Krishna's flute, all the gopis began to run. And at that time, Cupid personified came and said to Krishna, I've been waiting for you for a long time. I have 5 arrows in my quiver. Quiver. I have 5 types of arrows. By 1 arrow, nobody's able to tolerate. But still, I carry 5 arrows. साथ में रख, quiver में रख. I have been waiting for you for many days. Kamdev was thought that Krishna was an ordinary child, ordinary person. From Brahma to the end, nobody can escape Kamdev's arrows. He can defeat anyone. Great sadhus, saints, yogis, rishis are defeated by Kamdev. There is these descriptions in the Puranas. I have been waiting for you for a long time. Kamdev said, I saw your childhood pastimes and your beautiful form, and in your activities, and then so I would taste your mature stage. When is it appropriate to take a mango? When it is ripe. So Kamdev was thinking when Krishna became ripened with all his beautiful qualities. And now Kamdev is saying, I won't leave you alone. I will. In my quiver, panch baan hai, there are 5 arrows. Do you know the 5 names? Panch baan. I have these arrows. If one fails, I can take another and another. And at the same time, I can release them on you, Kamdev said. The Lord said, you've given a lecture for a long time. Now you're speaking so much. You want to fight with me? There's 2 types of challenges. In one area, in an enclosed compound, within 4 walls, or a wrestling arena, the challenge. This way, where do you want? Or in the free space, where do you want to fight? So the Lord said, where do you want to fight with me? You tell me. I have fought many in the enclosed compound, but this time I will fight with you in an open space. The Lord said, see how there is space around the Jamuna, open space. Let's fight there. At that time, Kamdev said, okay. The Lord said, I don't have any arrows or weapons. I have done everything with my bow and arrow in the appearance of Lord Ramchandra. Now in this incarnation as Krishna, in this incarnation I only have a flute in my hand. Even that Amsi Bansi, I put the flute around my waist. Kamdev said, okay. So he said, now you're ready? Kamdev said, yes. I will release 5 arrows at the same time. In this way, Kamdev released all 5 arrows. By Krishna's very beautiful form. So the Goswami Parvati is describing in front of Shonagadi Rishi these queens in Dwarka, their moods of that arise like the waves of the ocean, whose sweet smiling faces, the lips red, they cannot even captivate Krishna, akarshit, they cannot attract Krishna. That Kamdev has now standing in front of Krishna to fight with me. So the Lord, what did he do? He manifests such a beautiful form. Seeing this form, seeing which Kamdev himself fainted. The Lord said, go, not until this Ras Leela is finished. You stay here unconscious. Lal ki jai. Kam Vijay Leela is another name of the Ras Leela. This pastimes of Srimati Radhika. When Vishwanu Maharaj went to bathe early in the morning, according to the time of Brahma Muhurt, even in some kalpas she appeared midday. Some kalpas she appeared in the early morning of Brahma Muhurt. In places it has been written differently. Srimati Radhika's birth are celebrated in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon. In Geshavji Gaudiya Math with Gurudev, we used to celebrate in the afternoon. Then in the afternoon, there were so many people coming. At that time, at Srimati Radhika's Abhishek, it was very difficult to perform. So for this reason, he changed. He performed Srimati Radhika's birthday Abhishek in the morning. Both are acceptable times. So it is written in some kalpas, Brahma Muhurt in some kalpas he appeared in Brahma Muhurt, or in some kalpas she appeared at midday, dopair mein. Both are both bona fide. So, in this kalpa, Sri Vishwanu Maharaj went to bathe in the Jamuna. At that time, and in the middle of 1,000-petaled lotus. So, yeah, 1,000-leafed petal lotus. Srimati Radhika was there in the middle. He took that child and gave it to the hands of Kirtida Sundari, and attaining which Kirtida Sundari became very happy. Now Rishi came to that Vrishabhanupur, and Vrishabhanu Maharaj, he asked him, Vrishabhanu Maharaj replied, "Do you have any child?" Yes, he said. She brought out Sridham. Narad Rishi asked, "Do you have any daughter?" At that time, Vrishabhanu Maharaj, "I have one daughter. Please bring her. I would like to see her." Vrishabhanu Maharaj thought to himself, when Srimati Radhika appeared with her eyes closed, when Srimati Radhika promised to come to this world on the condition I want to help you in your pastimes on this mortal world. But these pastimes are of great depth and secret. The Lord, and He appeared from the transcendental abode, by which, remembering and has that vision or darshan of that appearance, then they can attain the abode of the Lord. Nothing much to do. When the Lord performs His pastime, and just by seeing those pastimes, they attain the transcendental abode. They don't have to do anything else extra. Srimati Radhika said to Krishna, "I will come with you to this mortal world, where there is Yamuna, where there is Govardhan, and the Brajvasis. All the things that are in the transcendental realm, they manifested in this mortal world by the desire of Krishna. All the associates, all the wealth, all the paraphernalia. But when I go there, I will not open my eyes until I see you." And manifested this appearance pastimes. Vrishabhanu Maharaj was absorbed in his ecstasy of the appearance of this beautiful daughter, but he was anxious that she was blind, that she was not blind. In Narad Rishi, when he came, Vrishabhanu Maharaj thought that seeing this sadhu, that her eyes would open. Thinking like this, Vrishabhanu Maharaj brought his daughter Radhika out to Narad Rishi. Seeing this very beautiful form of Srimati Radhika of golden complexion, thinking to himself, what more could I ask for than to have the darshan of Srimati Radhika? But I should still give her my blessings, being a sadhu. And Vrishabhanu Maharaj, being very humble, "Please perform the Swasti Vachan blessings on my daughter." Narad said to Vrishabhanu Maharaj, "Go and get the paraphernalia needed for this Swasti Vachan." Vishwanu Maharaj went to get the ingredients, rice, flowers, another paraphernalia he went to get from his house. At that time, he left Srimati Radhika in her form as a baby. Seeing that form, at that time, all the Astashakis appeared and saying they all appeared as beautiful 16-year-old forms. Seeing this, Narad Muni's body began to shake. At that time, Lalita Devi, please quickly perform the blessing ceremony for Srimati Triloka Shokhaharini Pankaja Nikunjabu Vilasini Indrananu Nandini Vrachendra Sunu Sangate Kadakari Shashi Hamam Kripakataksha Bhajanam. Shri Narada Rishi performed this ceremony of blessings, Swasti Vachan. When Vishwanu Maharaj returned with all the ingredients, and at that time, just before, all the Sakhis disappeared, and Srimati Radhika again took her child-like form. And Narad Rishi performed the Swasti Vachan, and after which he left that place. Here, Vishwanu Maharaj and Kirtika Sundari, they were a little saddened. The daughter was very beautiful, of golden complexion. Her hair to her toes. But her eyes were closed. For this reason, Vishwanu Maharaj was very upset. At that time, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda thought to themselves, I have attained a son, and I've heard that Vishwanu Maharaj, he has attained one daughter, but her eyes are closed. She has not opened her eyes yet. Let us go and see her and go and pacify him. Thinking like this, Nanda Yashoda and Yashoda, bringing Bal Gopal Krishna, came to the home of Vishwanu Maharaj. They were good friends, and very happily they met. At that time, Srimati Radhika was in the room inside the house, sleeping. And outside, Vishwanu Maharaj and was talking to Nanda Maharaj and discussing different things. Here, Krishna, restless, left Nanda Yashoda and went into the house where Srimati Radhika was sleeping and called out, "O Radhe, open your eyes. I've come." At that time, the baby Radhika opened her eyes and saw Krishna. One eye met another. Nayan, their eyes met. Thereafter, she began to cry like an ordinary child. Then Vishwanu Maharaj, Kirtika Devi came running inside. What happened? They saw that she was sleeping. She was lying in the bed, but her eyes were open. They were very happy to see. And they they glorified Nanda Maharaj so much because it was from their blessings that they had come to their house that Kirtika's daughter, Srimati Radhika, had opened her eyes. Rani ki jai, Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe ki jai, Maharani ki jai. Radhe ki jai, Maharani ki jai. Radha Rani Jai Brajabala. Jai Rasma Sundara Jai Nandalala. Radha Rani Jai Brajabala. In this way, if we hear the pastimes of the appearance of Srimati Radhika and remember at the time of death, then we will attain that transcendental abode. This is said in the scriptures. If we hear these pastimes, if we recite here, then we will attain the abode of the Lord. You have to give on a person. छोटी वाली
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.